post Sundays. So I'm not trying to get y'all too riled up and start a revolution. I got some things about politics I kind of want y'all to know about, because I learned some things, and when I learn them, I want to share them. But today is about open and closed doors. Um, one thing I want to just note, and I noted this when I wrote it down, and so I don't want to forget this part. One thing about open and closed doors is I heard a rhyme by J. Cole that said, or a verse that said, "The good news is you went a long way. The bad news is you went the wrong way." We ain't got that kind of time to waste anymore. So we definitely want to go a long way the right way. So I want to talk to y'all a little bit about open and closed doors, and what we ask God for versus what we try to make happen. Um, Two totally different things, of course, right? Um, One of the things I was reminded of when I asked God, okay, we want to talk about open and closed doors. Of course, I have my own testimony, but let's talk about it. Let's not just talk about me. I don't want to be the only example. We all have examples. So I don't want to just talk about me. What can we talk about? And again, a testimony is probably the best example, because I can tell you more about experience than I could tell you, about yours. I can tell you more about mine than I can tell you about yours. So one of the stories I was reminded of is my story of when I went back to Cali back in 20 about 2014. Well, before then, I had a job opportunity. My job sent me to Cali for some training, some hazmat training. A coworker of mine knew that um, I had family in Cali. I'm sorry, excuse me. And she was like, I mean, if you want to go ahead and do it, because I don't want to take the training. That way you can take the training, see your family, kill two birds with one stone. I was like, bet, I go. So I went. And one of the people that I wanted to see, of course, I always want to see, was my grandmother. And I do say was my late and great grandmother. Love her to death. To the next life, I should say. So I went and did my training, and after the training each day, I was there for about 4 or 5 days. After the training each day, my grandmother would come and pick me up, go have lunch or something, or sometimes I just go back to the hotel. But long story short, one of the days she took me to her house, and her home was not in the best condition. My grandmother has been struggled with weight as well as disabilities, so I know that she's not able to do a whole lot. But long story short, the condition looked like a hoarder situation. And it was very nerve-wracking to me. This is also a house I grew up in. Of course, I haven't gone for some years, grew up, lived my life, moved to another state, all those things. Always kept in touch with my grandmother, but never really just been to her house. Even when I traveled to LA, I would come by, see her. She'd be out on the porch, and we visit and stuff like that. So never really gave it a second thought. So she takes me to her house. The situation is really bad. I mean, really bad. My nerves are on edge. And I'm questioning, and we got family out here. How could they let this situation get so bad? And she basically tells me that she really didn't have any help. So here I go. Immediately in my mind, this is something that I have to do something about. This is my grandmother, person that's taking care of me when I couldn't take care of myself. She done raised generations after generations. She's been there. This got to be my mission. This is definitely for me. Grandma, I'm coming to help you. I hate that this ever even happened to you. I don't like it. So I made the decision that I was going to go back to California and help her. I had a great job at the time, getting ready to be promoted. Family was solid together. But I made the decision that I needed to help my grandmother. I also had a job at the time. I was working with the airport, so I could transfer, from Atlanta airport to LA airport at the time. So airport to airport, great. Again, I made the decision, and against, my coworkers' advisement, against my job's advisement, they like slick sabotage. Like they kind of told the job to not really hire me. It's like the second time I've been in a position like that. But the great thing about God is as Romans 8:28 tells us, you know, I'm sorry. That's not what I wanted to tell y'all. Well, the great thing about God, what I did want to tell you is that he opens doors that no man can shut. And he shuts doors that no man can open. So that's a great thing. That's another note about this open and closed doors message I'm trying to give y'all. So even though my job tried to slick sabotage me, I was still able to go. So I made the decision. I had a coworker that was telling me, Shannon, I've been in a situation like that, trying to help my family save the house. Blase, blase, this ain't something you want to do. You don't know me. You don't know my grandmother. You don't know the situation. This is not your business type thing. But thank you for the advice. Real close friend of mine. So I didn't really take the advice offensively, but I just know, different situations. Definitely. So I assumed. But nevertheless, I made the decision to go, got my job to do the transfer, uprooted my family, went with my daughter's father, my kids,